What's up, YouTube? Back again. We are in part 2 of the mega blow-through build, right? This massive blow-through build is going to take the entire bed of my truck, 3 18s. This is part 2, guys.
Cause I just wanna hear it out your mouth, yeah. Give me fuel, it's a tool that I use to go ahead and run my mouth, yeah. I take shots, I take loss, I make shots, I miss lots. I tell you get big box, you get yachts, you swing lots and pop off a big shot. I ain't done chasing, got big dreams, bigger things, impatient.
Alright, so in today's video, what we're going to be doing is building the floor of the box. Now, if you remember from my first video, if you didn't watch it, go back and watch it. It is part 1. In that video, we cut out the hole from the bed to the cab, and we built in our port. Now you could see in that video I had already laid the floor, but I wanted to, separate these two videos into two separate steps. So today's video, what I'm going to be showing you is how I built the floor and attached it to the truck. Remember, this isn't a slide-in box. This box is attached to the vehicle. You ain't getting this thing out unless you have like a Sawzall or something. So anyway, guys, here's the steps I took to build the base of the truck, the base of the box, and to attach it to my truck bed. So I got this MDF that's going to be the base of my subwoofer box on the truck bed, covered in this Flex Seal stuff. That right there. Right, it's like a rubber coating. I just want that to be protected, as it's sitting in the bed. If it gets some water on it or something, I don't want it to be, super exposed to the elements. It's not done on that side. So this side's going to be face down, and this side, the underside, is going to be face up. So what you saw me doing in that video was I was drilling holes from the top of the MDF all the way through the bed, all the way through the sheet metal. What that's for is, as you'll see a little bit later on in the video, I'm going to be running bolts through those holes to attach that base to the bed. Like I said, this thing is connected to the bed. There's no slide in about this, right? So I drilled 6 holes, and those are going to be used as anchor points for bolts to go through the MDF and then through the bed so that I can, attach it. Again, anytime you're drilling through body panels, you have to make sure that there's nothing on the other side that you're going to puncture, which I already did. But like the gas tank is on the driver's side in the back. You got to make sure you're not about to drill through a gas tank. So before I did that, I got up under there and made sure that I had clearance before I just started drilling holes through stuff. Oh, all right, guys. So here's what I'm thinking. I want to fill these crevices here as well. Because I want this thing to be as dense and as solid and as soundproof as possible, because I want this to be like it's like part of the truck, right? Maybe this is a little overkill, but I don't know. So I'm going to try to get this to lay down in these little crevice, like ravine things here, these little gaps. And then I'm going to try to lay this down and then put my bolts in there. I don't know, this might work, this might be a huge disaster. I guess we'll just kind of see if I can even get up in there and do this. I don't know if that did anything. I don't know if that's going to accomplish anything, but maybe as that expands up and cures, it'll create like some sound deadening, or it'll fill that space. I don't know. It's not going to hurt anything, but I don't know if I accomplished anything or not. So guys, as you can see, I'm using these beveled bolts. 6 of them, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to hold this thing down, you know, so there's no, you know, jumping or nothing. I want this thing to be attached, or as attached to the truck as possible. Now, one thing you have to do when you're drilling into sheet metal is make sure there is nothing on the other side, right? Like, I know my gas tank is right here, but it's also sitting off of, it's sitting away from the bed floor, like, I don't know, 7 or 8 inches or so. Let's see here. See, there's my gas tank. Can we find that screw, or that bolt, rather? It's up in here somewhere. Anyway, oh, there it is. Yeah, see, right. Where did it go? Come on, baby. I know you're up here somewhere. Anyway, as you can see, I got plenty of room. Dang, is it? Do I keep missing it? Is that it right there? Yeah, there it is, right there. Okay, so as you can see, I got plenty of space right before I hit my gas tank, so we don't got to worry about that. I also know, see, there's one right there, right there, right? So now we're just going to put a big washer and a lock nut and a lock washer on here and just compress those tapered bolt heads into the wood until it's flush. All right, well, this thing has been sitting overnight. Right, we got those bolts nice and flush. Remember, we got 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 at the front, 5, 6. Right, that is, I mean, that's in there, right? I don't know if that spray foam did anything or not. I mean, dude, who knows? Whatever. Let me hop up in there. All right, you can see it's pushed all the way up to the front. Probably laid a bead of silicone in there later just to seal up those gaps. Let me show you what it looks like from underneath. Okay. All right, so you guys can see that bolt sticking through right there. I had to get under here with a backup, and my wife had to get in the truck and crank those things down. I really appreciate her help. She loves bass. She loves car audio. No, she hates it. So I appreciate her helping me out. Right, you can see that one there. The other one is under that exhaust guard. I had to put that back up. And then the other two are up in there. Those were very difficult to get to because one of them is like right above the gas tank. Anyway, that's what we got. That piece of wood isn't going anywhere. Oh, all right. Well, been out here slaving away in this freaking Arizona heat. But we got 2 layers on the bottom now, as you can see. There and there. This is 5/8. I had no idea when I bought it. I thought this was 3/4. But anyway, this one's 3/4, so whatever. It doesn't really matter. I mean, we're 2 layers thick now. And as you can see, I've got that Flex Seal paint around the edge here as well. I set it up in the street over there, painted it, let it dry until I could handle it, until I could manage it without getting paint all over myself. And then I laid it down. So you can see I just made myself a grid, right, before I threw it on there. Put, I don't know, half a gallon of wood glue on there probably, just covered every inch of it. And then just ran a bunch of these screws. Right, I love the ones with the Torx bit because you can really just drive them in there deep. That way when we go to paint this, you can just fill that and it'll be flush. But you can even see I got some wood glue leaking out up there now, which is good. But now we have a solid base that we will build the box off of from here, right? Now we got to work on the port, but we'll work on that later. Just showing you guys how I got this double layer in here, right? We put that bad boy down, bolted it in. Then we took this one and put it on top, put wood glue in between, and then ran, I don't know, I used every single one of these screws. So 145 screws, 1 pound, anyway. So there's that. All right, guys, well, that's the video for you. As you saw, we built a 2-layer base for our box, right? So now we've got the front of the box with the port and the base of the box that now we can build from into the bed, right? This is, again, I know I've said it, I'm going to say it again, no slide-in box. We're building this box into the truck, right? The only way you're going to be able to get this thing out is to cut it out. So with that being said, guys, I really appreciate you watching the video. Please like my videos, give me a thumbs up, share them. If you got some basshead friends that would be into this kind of stuff, subscribe to my channel. That'd be great. You know, it doesn't cost you nothing, and it would really help me out. And guys, as always, I appreciate it. And play your music loud.
Mouth, yeah. Give me fuel, it's a tool that I use to go ahead and run my mouth, yeah. I take shots, I take loss, I make shots, I miss lots. That's how you get big box, you get yachts, you swing lots and pop off a big shot. I ain't done chasing, got big dreams, bigger things, impatient. Who's at the top?